Gotta watch my back, niggas start acting funny. Got me feeling like I'm baby, all this cash money. Niggas showed me they ain't really for me. They ain't really down to ride like a crash dummy. I be popping all these perkins, hoping it numb the pain. Don't try and judge me, stay in your lane, cause we bleed the same. Rico done died and I swear hurt, nothing won't ease the pain. They killed Lil Kyler, he was ballin', they took him out his game. Don't ever question my loyalty, can't know I'm going off. I died 10 times before I fold and go run my mouth. Niggas really my enemy, but they tryna be friendly. I'ma ride with this chopper, cause I can't go out too friendly. When it rain on you, nigga, it's gon' pour. And I know I got money, but my nigga, I want more. Remember I was bummy, I was sleeping on that floor. But now I'm getting money, I ain't worried about y'all. I sit back, start reminiscing about Kelvin that cell. They get choppy 40 years, cause he was solid and ain't tell. Had to cut a few niggas, they ain't wanna see me prevail. Ain't no hard feeling for them niggas, I'm still wishing them well. Don't try to say you know me, you don't know me for real. Tryna be around cause you thought I had it there. But I ain't signed no papers, I'm just getting to the paper. Tryna move about the state, middle finger to the haters. Stack that money right, I went and copped the chain. This one was from Eddie, next one Johnny Dane. Acts around the street, they know I do my thing. Tryna move my mama, tryna move the gang. Tryna move my mama, tryna move my gang. Bitch, I do my thing, they know I do my thing. Running to that money, know they on that plan. You know I get mad money. You looking like you mad money.
What's this, 12?
Episode 12, man. Episode 12, man. We got a special guest in the building.
Yeah, special guest, episode 12.
Episode 12.
A high school from way back, right?
Way back.
Way back, but in a good way. Here, bring something to the table today. In a good way. So, welcome to the program, man. Welcome to the program, HiiLife.
Appreciate y'all.
My man Bradshaw here.
I also want to start off and say, man, thanks for the shirt, man.
Yeah.
Already.
Thanks for the shirt.
Looking good.
Appreciate the support.
Always. Because you bring more to the table besides clothing. So that's what we're here to talk about today, man.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So off top, man, let's know the name of your whole thing. What's going on with you?
All right, so I'm basically CEO of the HiiLife company. Mm-hmm. It's the HiiLife Limited Liability Company, but the HiiLife company is what we call it. I basically sell CBD products, hemp products, accessories, anything from papers, t-shirts, rolling trays, CBD lotions, painting creams, toothpaste, anything you can think of that's made of hemp, I'm gonna have it on my website.
Okay, all around the board with it.
And this is his website here. Put it up for y'all.
Yeah, it's www.thehiilifecompany.com. If you go to it right now, it's still under construction, but next couple of weeks it will be up and running functionally. You can get your orders in on there. Otherwise, you can just hit me up on IG at FlyboyGutter80, or you can catch me on Facebook, Bradshaw.
Okay.
That's right. And we're going to show his website again. So if you want to try some of his products up, you can hit him up on his Instagram or his Facebook or whatever.
So what made you get into this little situation you're into right now? What made you jump into it?
It was basically just a natural transition. I've been smoking probably most of my life. I was probably smoking at the time before when it was popular, before people thought it was cool to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 20 years in this smoking. So I figured as I got older, I wanted to do my own business. Tired of working for the man. I'm trying to bring more black businesses to Trenton. So, I figured why not jump in that lane. And I already knew it was going to be something that was going to be big. Mm-hmm. Coming, you see what happened in Colorado, Cali, Washington State. So it was like, I knew it was coming.
Throw yourself in there too, right?
I knew it was coming to Jersey, but it's like New Jersey, New York. It's like it always hit us last, or like the last one.
We probably, it might be like 9 or 10 other states that have medicinal laws, but we're one of the few that has the recreational, which just passed not too long ago.
Okay, so when you jumping into this one right now, into the business side of it, you talked earlier, when you want to, like, you knew this what you wanted to do, was you thinking about the clothing and as well as like the hemp, the oil, and as well hopefully the bud too eventually?
Well, I knew I always wanted to get into just selling regular bud, THC, like, you know what I'm saying, that's what I normally smoke. But at the time, only medical was legal, so I was like, I knew CBD was legal and the hemp was legal, so I was like, let me get my foot in that door first, and then if it does eventually get legalized out here, then I could just transition into that. Like, people already know me for the bud.
Okay, yeah, you got the name out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It'd be a smooth transition that way.
Because like you said, Jersey, we always last anyway, so how long that's been? It's been like, how long has it been since they signed everything started?
It might have been 6 months now?
Yeah, 6 months, yeah.
Maybe,
right?
Maybe 6 months. I mean, they've been talking about it for a while, but officially legal probably about 6 months.
Yeah, I know, because it's, for me, the biggest thing, the money making is going to be for the state, you know, as far as taxes and stuff like that, you know, because I know Colorado that's like, they making crazy money with the taxes off of that.
I mean, all them states is having surpluses.
Yeah, because it's helping out other stuff, you know, the other money they can go to other places.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing. So
and it's like people was already smoking anyway.
Yeah, so like you said, it's a cool thing now.
And, it's a lot of money in it. As far as the marijuana world, man, it's a lot of money.
And that's why
they
trying to get in.
Yeah, exactly. Because you see, like you was talking about earlier with the celebrities, everybody got something. I see like everybody got their name on some weed. Everybody got their name on some weed.
He don't even stop.
With the farms and stuff like that.
Yeah, he just partnered with another company, and I mean, Jimmy on it, Wiz on it.
I seen Cam on it.
The late Nipsey Hussle was on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's your goal overall? You plan on, so you want to run a business as far as, like, you know how you got your local corner store type of, I mean, how do you want, like, what's your plan on that?
Man, my goal is to get in from the ground floor, from the back door, from the beginning of the process, from the growing. Like, the goal is to eventually purchase some land, grow some build some greenhouses, and grow my own strains.
Yeah, okay. Because it's a lot of scientific game into it. It's a lot of science into it.
To grow a strain is not an easy thing. And then, you know, it's a lot of trial and error where you mixing different buds together, trying to see what type of combination you get off of it, and you never know what you're going to get.
So have you done research? I mean, as far as, like, say if you decide to start your own business, wanting to grow your own, you know what I mean? So you don't have to pay nobody else to do it. So if like, say if you hire some employees and you wanted them to work as far as growing that for you, have you done research, I mean, as far as doing that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've read books on it. Trying to get into a course, like a college course, and get like a certificate or degree in it if I can.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't no, like, this is really like what I'm into. Like,
I feel you.
I mean, I know you're serious about it because you've been doing it for a while, you know?
Yeah.
But I seen chemistry people do that stuff, right? It's like classes and stuff.
I mean, it's just like any other plants. Like, some people are good at growing things. You know what I mean? You have geniuses who are botanists.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm wondering. So, all right. So do you plan on, like, starting your own strand, or?
Eventually, yeah. But to get your own strain, it's like a 2-year process. Like I said, it's trial and error, trying to get the right 2 strands together to create the effect that you want and the flavor and the taste that you want. Because all they're really doing is picking 2 popular strands. They buy the seeds. You know what I mean? They grow them and they pollinate them together. And see what the outcome is.
Oh, so that's what the strand is. So they mix.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? So, like,
I learned something new because I'm not a smoker, so that's why I got these questions. But
now, like you say, it's science behind it, man. Everything is science. Everything.
Like, every bud is not the same. Like, you got sativas, you got indicas, and then there's a whole bunch down those lanes. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of hybrids where they mixing both, because some people don't like the heavy sweet of an indica. You know what I'm saying? Some people like the up.
Exactly. Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying. So
that's the main thing I've been hearing about a lot.
So that's why I announce a lot of hybrids where they're mixing them together and seeing what type of effect they get. You know what I mean? But every bud has a different effect. Some might make you sleep. Some make you hungry. You know what I'm saying? Some help you with an appetite. You know what I'm saying? Some help with pain. Some help if you know what I mean, you just need to sit still for a minute. You might be fidgety. It might help you, you know, some help with seizures. Like, and there's different forms. Like, it's not just smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's edibles, there's oils.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. So, when you starting your business or on your site, when it's actively running, are you going to have edibles on there too?
Absolutely.
Now, now when you talk about like the medical side of it, as far as like the edibles, and I see a lot of people with the wax, stuff like that too. Is that the same thing? Is that similar to it, or?
A lot of edibles are made with like the oil, or people that make their own butter from the bud. I mean, there's gummies, brownies, there's candies, like it's all types of different stuff. And it's no different than how you make regular cookies. Like you just replacing the oil you would use with THC oil.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's different flavors of THC oil. Like they have different terpenes, which is like the flavor.
All right, so now this is me. I'm not a smoker, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, you know, so I see everybody doing, I see candies and you know what I mean, stuff like that. So if you're doing the brownies and everything, are you mixing oils with that as well, or are you doing just straight? You putting the weed, as far as the weed in there?
It depends on the brownie mix that you use, or if you're making it from scratch. Some use oil, some use butter, but for the butter, they basically cook the flour and they mix it with the butter. So like basically all the THC content and everything goes into the butter, and they separate the flour from it.
Okay.
And then they use that butter just like you would use in any recipe.
Now, when you first getting into this right now, is it more? You talked about like the warehousing and stuff like that, and the growing and things like that. So you looking to take it outside of the state, or you looking to, you know, because eventually I know everybody should have it legal eventually. I would think as you know, as far as possible soon.
For me, the long term is like franchise. Like my goal is to create a brand, and I don't want it to just be any old rinky dinky. Like I want it to be somewhere people want to go to. You know what I mean? Like I want that HiiLife. Like,
okay, yeah.
Like I want it to be something exclusive. Like
yeah, you got somebody in the comments saying as far as cancer, like if you got cancer, like you know what I mean, help with cancer.
Oh, absolutely. Like a lot of cancer patients have to go through chemo, and they go through rough times where they can't eat, they vomiting, throwing up, and bud is a natural remedy for those things. Like
all right, like me, right? Now look, this guy was military, right? And got PTSD.
you can get bud for that.
So, you think a doctor would recommend?
Absolutely. You can get bud for that. You got PTSD, you can go to a doctor, he can prescribe you, or you can go get medical bud.
Now, as far as like with the medical side again with the bud and stuff like that, when you talk about that going through these doctors, now me and you was talking a little bit off this, the pricing and everything got to go through the license and everything like that. It's more with it, right?
It's a tough process. I mean, again, it's still in the beginning phases. They still working things out. So like insurance don't cover it. So a lot of people, the issue is they can't afford to come out of pocket to go pay for that. Like you have to pay to see a doctor. You gotta pay for a membership. Then you gotta pay renewal fees every so often. And you know, it gets costly. And this is all before you even get to go buy some bud. So it's like I done give you $500, and then I still gotta go pay for the weed too.
Okay.
And it's like if I'm being prescribed it, just like any medicine, my insurance should cover it.
Exactly, because it's not like a co-pay situation at all. So when we talk about that, is that like the federal laws when they come into play?
I think that's what's hindering. A lot of insurance companies, a lot of banks won't deal with people in that industry.
Yeah, because the money, the payout, they're gonna have to be seeing from it, right?
I think they're more so worried about if the feds, because the feds at any time can decide to say, even though your state made it legal, we running down on you. Mm-hmm. They'll take everything you got, and then you got to start. Hopefully you got some bank put up somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got to start from scratch if you don't.
So what about taxes? As far as if you run the business like that?
How
How does that work as far as you reporting that?
As far as for me, like I file my taxes regular. I file my business.
1099 as a business.
I filed it as an LLC.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I'm only dealing with CBD and hemp. You know what I mean? And that's legal federally. But even though that's legal, the bank still won't mess with you. So it's a lot of cash business. Like, but you know, I make it work.
Yeah, for right now, because I think the turnaround is going to come soon because it's too much money as far as tax money that can come into it, and it can go towards other stuff. It can go towards other things.
That's a big market.
And I think that's what they're waiting for, which is they're working out the laws on how they're going to tax it. You know, how they're going to get their cut. Of course, you know they want theirs.
Because it was the stuff we see in the corner stores right now is eventually going to be in big, like the mall and stuff like that. It's going to be in bigger places because it's just too much, man. It's too much. Because you know, in Cali, that's like everywhere. You know, I know the cookie store, that stuff like that. That's everywhere with burning on, and they make crazy stuff. You know, as far as like money and stuff like that.
He turned that bud game up.
He turned into a whole different industry. You know,
before that, it wasn't really names. It was just this is what you got, and that's it.
Yeah.
People are really
to brand it like that.
The cookies brand. Like, whatever you get from me is gonna be fire. Like
every time, cause when I see that, I see like Dizza, Wiz. That's basically like like I said, like Nipsey for passed away and stuff like that. I see that. That's why we talked about earlier, like with Jay and all them. I get upset because I feel like Burner should be one of the main people up front more than I see a lot of other people.
He is, but he's from Cali.
Yeah, he's from Cali. Yeah. So
you ever thought about going out there trying to start?
Definitely, I wanted to go. They got a school out there called Oaksterdam University, which is basically they teach you how to run a dispensary and grow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The only thing that probably stopped me is I got 2 kids. Like, and they're young.
You know what? And that's why I told people, like, when you're starting a business or anything, when you got kids, you got to think for them first. You know what I mean? It's hard to make that move.
Yeah, you got different responsibilities.
It's a risk. You know what I mean? It's a risk once you get them kids, especially if you love your kids.
But that's more so the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. So at the end of the day, it's something that I can pass down to them. Like, you can take this business and keep running it, or you can work there and then go off, do what you want, whatever you want to do, but you got an avenue to go down over here.
Absolutely. Because
that's a big move, man. Like
you said, the money is just it's too much.
The money is gonna be crazy. Like if you, I know people on the street
they come back a little bit
making crazy money.
Pull your chair back. Cause we can. There you go.
Like, there's people out here who've been selling weed way before it was legalized.
Yeah, before anything got legal.
Like, and it's plenty of money in it. Like, and once they make it legal, it's gonna be even more because people who wouldn't normally come to you is gonna feel more comfortable. Like, you're not coming to Stuyvesant or Spring
you coming to me
or something like that to come buy some weed. Like, nah, you coming to this store in Lawrence Township
with like a Walgreens and the damn ice cream shop arenas right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you.
But that's the goal, to have an Applebee's of bud. Like
That's not wrong with that.
New Jersey already got locations already where it's active at right now.
Yeah, they got. I think it's
spot on Freehold actually.
I think they just opened another one. I think it's 4 now, but those are all strictly medical.
Yeah, it's better.
And they're gonna give them first dibs at the recreational, and then once they said they have enough bud for all the medical facilities, because that's the main problem. Like, we don't have no grow operations yet, and we in the same type of emerald triangle that they got in Cali. Like, we in the perfect area to be growing bud. Like, it's the perfect weather for it here.
Now when you talk about as far as medical, they're getting first dibs. What you talking about? What do you mean by that?
Because they want to make sure all the cancer patients and people with epilepsy and things like that who need medical cannabis have access to it before they allow people who just want to smoke for the fun of it to be able to go get some.
Now, you think the price is going to be cheaper, or is it going to be the same, balanced out a little bit in a situation like that with the medical as far as the recreational people?
From what I saw them talking about and the proposals they was doing, the taxes they putting on the bud is crazy. To get an eighth, you're gonna be paying extra, like
paying ounce money, right?
On the street.
So, how do you feel about dudes who call charges, right? If I call a charge let's say 2010, and it's still haunting me now.
I'm one of them.
You know,
I'm one of them.
how do you feel about that now that the state of New Jersey, that weed is legal? That's far, I mean, you know,
Well,
it's
supposedly-
100% legal, but it's legal.
Supposedly they're supposed to be giving people pardons for any type of marijuana offenses. When and how they gonna do it, I don't know yet. But that's what they're saying.
There's people now, you know, that probably don't even smoke anymore or anything, you know, when they was younger. I mean, they did that. It is hurting them from moving up as far as getting jobs and everything, you know?
Right. Well, I know. Like Amazon was talking about, they're no longer testing for marijuana on people's drug tests. So some companies are keeping up with the times, but how long it's going to be before everybody catches up? You know, who knows?
But I still think private industry companies may still they can set their own rules.
So
You know?
It definitely can. I think it depends, especially in New Jersey too. The laws is more geared toward the businesses.
Yeah.
So they can pretty much dictate what they want at their company.
Absolutely, even though because they can still bear their own umbrella.
But certain jobs, you know, you might not want to be doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, like, if this thing becomes 100% legal, how they got the rapid test for COVID, they're going to start making rapid tests for marijuana. Like,
But you can't. How?
Because you know how you come to work for drinking? Like, you got, I mean, like, if you're drunk, come to work, there's going to be tests for that, possibly too.
But it's different with drinking, because drinking, you drunk right now.
Yeah, that's
in 4 hours, you might be sober.
Yeah, I think so.
They can test that on the spot. But bud, I could have smoked 2 weeks ago.
And it's still the
right now, it's still gonna be.
But there are some people who wake up in the morning.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like you said, but now, like you said though, you still there's no test to say Jerome smoked on June 11th at 7:01, and you know you can't, because like you said, I can smoke 2-3 weeks ago, and he can piss me right now and over and work and boom.
I mean, in the future they can come with something to find something that you smoked, like the time.
I mean, they might eventually come up with something.
They can test your breath.
Yeah.
As far as that, so you don't know. I mean, you never know.
You never know.
Eventually, I'm sure they'll find a way to lock you up for overuse or something.
Yeah, that's the only thing for
They're
real.
figuring that out now.
At the same time. Yeah, at the same time they're figuring one thing out.
Test, which is why they probably taking so long with the law, because it's like, you can't. How can you DUI me for driving under the influence? You can't prove that I smoked right before I got in this car and drove.
But I mean, have there been? I think I've heard a couple times where people got locked up getting high though. You know,
probably previously.
Yeah, previously. I think I've heard a couple things like that. You know, like driving not under the influence of marijuana. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I've heard that before, but
somebody like me get behind the wheel with no weed experience at all. Trust me, I was in the military and I smoked in California when I was in San Diego. I was on the highway like this, driving 20. That was the scariest thing in my life, yo.
Yeah, but you know,
at the end of the day, it's just like drinking. You have to do it responsibly.
You have to do everything
If you don't have that tolerance, don't smoke right before you got to go somewhere.
Exactly.
I'm just not a guy that
But FYI, also, a lot of people don't know this. If you feel like you're too high, you can take CBD, and CBD will
bring you down some. Yeah. Now, when you say that, it's like through candy bars or anything, right?
Anything,
right? You can I've heard that before.
Isn't just, like you can get CBD flower. It looks just like bud. You can smoke it. You can get CBD edibles, little gummies, or
I've heard that before. It'll bring it down some. You know, what I mean, it'll bring it down a little bit.
All right, like me, I got CDLs, right? In my job, they got this big thing. Look, if we test you got CBD in your system, you can get fired, and they put that on your CDLs.
But see, that's private industry.
You can fight that though.
Yeah,
you would fight that.
If that happened to me, I would definitely fight, because CBD is legal and it doesn't alter your mind or nothing in any kind of way.
That stuff that they sell at the gas station and all that.
All of that. Now, there's different types of CBD. Like, you can buy a regular bud and it has CBD in it already. Like, all marijuana has CBD in it. It's about the levels of it. You want to get CBD that is THC free.
Okay, so, but what you mean? What you mean? Your job has it says it like.
It says it's like there's a sign, right? Like once the CBD thing got, it's big in New Jersey now, wherever. They got signs, you know what I mean? When you come into work, They'd be like, look, if we find you got CBD in your system, you're fired, pretty much.
I didn't see. That's different. Then that's different. I didn't know. So that meant your job was on it from the jump. Then
Yeah. I seen that like about over a year ago.
Right. Okay.
And that's crazy because CBD doesn't even alter you in any way. Like,
it is. I see the juices. I see so much stuff with that. I see a whole lot of stuff.
It's nothing but health benefits.
Because I guess people can use that as an excuse, like, hey, look, I had something that had CBD in it. So if they failed a drug test,
Like a masking agent.
But
kind of thing.
it's a difference though, because
I don't know how it
most
works.
drug tests, they're not testing for CBD, they're testing for THC.
THC. Yeah.
THC is what
It's marijuana.
alters your mind.
Yeah, that's marijuana basically. Yeah.
so why does, it's stamped everywhere on everything. You know, it says CBD, CBD, CBD. So,
Yeah,
is
those,
that a warning label or?
usually it'll tell you exactly. My bad.
But nah, because I think a lot of that stuff being in corner stores be, it's no telling what some of that stuff be in, it's no telling what that is, you know what I mean? That's like with anything. That's when I be seeing those testosterone pills and all that be in there, be coming from like Budapest or something like that. You can't be messing with all that, man. It's no telling what's in some of that. And I be seeing some of that Buddha bud.
Yeah,
You know, that Buddha, that Buddha bud. That Buddha bud. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
Like some of the gas stations, people like, yo, they got CBD at the gas station.
Yeah, some of them do have legit CBD, like, and now they have the CBD with it's called Delta 8, which is like supposed to be some type of synthetic THC that they sell at the gas station. It passes illegal because it's not real THC.
Okay.
But some people say it has the same effects.
Now, what about some of the stuff like them vape pens I be seeing?
They have different companies, like the cookies, they have their own brand. You can get the little tops with the oil in it. That's just basically smoking the oil.
Okay.
So, are you selling that type of stuff, like vape pens and?
I got CBD vape pens and all of that.
So you really?
Some of the stuff you sell?
Yes. No. Some of the stuff I want to know. Yeah, I want to know some stuff you got.
I got the vape pens. I got the flour. I got like the protein powder, like to work out.
And this is his website here. I'm about to show y'all his
There's
website.
lotions, soaps, and then pain creams, and then like I said, and then the accessories like rolling papers, rolling trays, lighters, t-shirts, posters, hats, hoodies.
So you thinking anytime with the world opening back up, you got any pop up stuff coming up soon, anything like that?
I would like to do one. I know they just had something recently. Well, it was actually postponed. They were supposed to have something, I believe, by City Hall last weekend, but because of the weather, it rained crazy that weekend. It got postponed, and they had different vendors there. But I definitely want to do a pop up shop, and I've been doing this little partnership with Hot Bars. He got his line FFGP. You know what I mean? His shit is fuck feelings get paid.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
Yeah. So we've collabed.
T-shirt print and everything.
Yeah, we've definitely collabed on some. He did some of my hoodies for me.
Okay, yeah. Well, talk about the design, man. What's up with the design?
Who made the logo for you?
Yeah.
I went through a private company. When I first got my LLC, I was trying to think of an idea, and I went to a couple of companies. They gave me a bunch of different images, and this was just the one I settled on. You know what I mean? It's the HiiLife, like on your shirt. That's the E with the bud pipe in the middle. A lot of people don't even notice that that's a pipe right there. But
I know. I wasn't wearing it to work one day, but I was like, man, they gonna give me a drug.
Nah, they're gonna be the first one as soon as you walk in there. I'm loving the way it looks. It looks like it's a different mix and stuff like that.
Come on the show, man.
Yeah, that's the perfect time too, man. Cause I love it though, man. Cause like we said, we go back to high school and to get to see you doing this right now.
There's a story about HiiLife, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now, I was never a weed smoker, right? So I was in my senior year of high school. And, after the prom, we had a good time, dancing, he used to be the dancer back in the day, so. So, HiiLife, he got me high, man.
I am the reason a lot of people that you know today smoke.
The first person I ever smoked weed with, I was a senior in high school, I was never a smoker. He got me high. And I remember coming back from the prom, I'm like looking out the window, yelling, ah! I had my shirt off, yo. She had me going crazy, man. I'm like, yo. After that, yo, I never touched weed again, man.
What you getting then, man? What you really had something?
Around that time, it was probably some piff. I should have started him off with some Reggie or something. At that time, I was definitely heavy on my piff.
Yeah, that Reggie was too. That Reggie probably would have been perfect for him right there. That piff was too much.
I said, yo, man, he ruined my night, man.
Nah, see, but it's people experience it different though. Yeah, that's the thing. It's different experience.
My mom that they, you know what I mean?
See,
trying to do too much.
Get you too much.
Keeping it real.
Yes. It gets you caught up. But as far as like that's your last time, you never tested again since then.
Nah, I mean I touched it a few other times.
Okay, all right.
And you know what I mean. I liked it a little bit, but I was like, yo, this ain't.
I mean, like I said, it's different for everybody, and every bud is not. It doesn't have the same effect on everybody. Like some people, like I said, like different types of bud. Like some bud might have like a piney smell. Like me personally, I don't like that kind of bud, but I know mad people that do. You know, I like the weed that tastes a little fruity, got a nice taste with it. Like that's the type of bud I like. Everybody don't like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So everybody has their preferences, and some people don't.
It's like
smoking.
You don't have like control of yourself, man. I mean that's what I think. Like you don't have control. Like I don't know. I just can't function.
You sure you're doing something extra?
Yeah, see that's different. Because when you say that, I feel like liquor does that. I feel like liquor does that because when I used to drink, I mean, if I'm drinking something going in on the night and I wake up the next morning, I'm like done. I probably barely maybe remember. That night I'm drinking, I know I don't have no controls because I'm
blackouts. You can drink, you on autopilot.
Yeah, that's why I said. But now when you smoke, it's like it's there. Like I got control of everything. I can see things better. Everything.
Twice, I don't know, man.
Nah, see, that's the thing. You're doing something else. Then you might be mixing it. You might be drinking and smoking. So that's different.
Somebody laced you.
Yeah. You might have got dropped something right there. See, I don't know.
That's why I said, I can't do it.
But no, some people do trip out off of smoking. Like I said, everybody. It's not for everybody. But some people is better off with edibles or
exactly.
When I'm walking, I'm like. Don't like my steps. Like if I'm walking like this, I'm doing it twice.
But the edibles, a lot of people tell me the edibles do that to them. A lot of people say they'll take an edible and it won't even hit them like for maybe like an hour or two. And then when it hit them, it hit them.
Edibles is definitely a delayed reaction, but you also have to know what dosage you taking too. Mm-hmm. Like you can't start off jumping on a 50 milligram on your first ride. Like you might have a bad experience. Yeah. Like you might want to start with something like 5 or 10. See how you feel with that first before you start. And then some people don't realize that's delayed, so they like, well, I took it, nothing happened. Let me take more.
Okay, yeah. You know what I mean? See, that's probably what happened to you. You must have hit that smooth hard.
It's natural then, a delay.
Nah, not necessarily. Not for me.
Smoking is probably faster than the edible. Yeah. You're not gonna feel it immediately.
I try weed a few times. Every time I get the same feeling, man.
At the same time,
like I'm stuck wherever I'm at. Or
I
mean, you smoking that medicine bag. You smoking indica. You might need a sativa.
Yeah, cause see, I know. Like you said, it's different experiences. Some make you go to sleep. Some get you going up. You know what I mean? Cause like you said, like a lot of people do the wake and bake in the mornings. And I know I'm one of them people. And I know it gets me. If I do a wake and bake in the morning, I'm up and I'm doing my thing. I know some people that do it all the time.
People can even function and drive.
I know people that smoke before they work out.
To drive us around.
I was good. And I was good.
Yes, he's had his mom's car.
I was good.
Mom on mine, probably.
It's good. I was good.
Wrong used to be driving us around.
Nah, see, for me, I'll probably do 95% of everything I do high already. So that's normal for me.
It's not even on your mind. But see, that's another thing when you say it's out of body experience. When people drink and drive, I feel like that's like you can't function. I feel like nobody can function when they're doing that. Me personally, I feel like that's different. Yeah, I understand. But I know people like when they smoke. Like I said, I know people that get up in the morning, work out, they smoke, and it's a up. They do it because it's like a norm. They doing other stuff that they regularly do. So it's just a little bit, waking big in the morning, add it on to it. That's all.
And depending on what you're waking it big, because I ain't gonna front like that back in the day sour. If you woke up and smoked that, you was going back to sleep immediately.
I mean, you got like 20 plus years experience, man. I mean, like,
well, even that sour back in the day was heavy. That was a super medicine bag. Like, that was a super indica. Like, you stuck in one spot, don't want to move, you just chilling, and when it come down, you hungry.
Now let me ask you, when you say that back in the day, and we compare back in the day to like right now, back in the day, we didn't really have like that medical degrees getting into this weed shit.
I mean, there was a couple different ones, like, you had sour, you had haze, you know what I mean? Back in the day, you used to have like stuff like chocolate tie, you had like Arizona Red, Acapulco Gold, like some of those like might be considered Reggie or even maybe mids, you know, Calm Bud and all of that.
But the Reggie, for me, everybody used to say like, oh, that's Reggie, and you could see it. But people used to like, oh, that's dirt. But man, I used to see some of the most brownest weed that used to be like, ew, I don't want that, but it used to be some fire.
So I said you can't always judge just off of what you see.
You gotta, I tell people that all the time.
It's a couple different things I look at when I'm looking at weed. I want to know, I want to feel it, because it needs to be having dried out old shit that crumble like dust. Weed should be still soft and fluffy. That means it's still fresh. And when you get it from dispensaries, like, it has dates on when it was packaged and all that, so you know what you're getting. Or, you know what I mean, you want to make sure how it smells. You don't want that mildew, because sometimes that shit get wet. You be smoking mildew. Like, if people don't package their weed properly, like, I keep my shit vacuum sealed. I can have weed from 3 months ago and it'll be super fresh right now because it's vacuum sealed.
Shout out Big Alpha with the vacuum seal.
You put that shit in a regular bag.
Date on that though. I mean, how much time? Like, say if somebody new, can you give some like a timeline?
Shit, if it's vacuum sealed,
you good, man. You good.
It's airtight. Nothing into it, no moisture, no air. That shit might last a super long time, maybe a year.
Longer than that, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about like the food when they vacuum seal these the food and stuff, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's gonna last. But like, you have it just in a regular bag, you got it sitting out. Like, don't get me wrong, it might be a couple months and it might still smoke okay, but it's lost some of its effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it dry it out.
Have you thought about investing in something to stop? As far as like, I mean, something.
I already have.
You got any good stops to?
I can't help you with that without charging a fee for my services.
That's for the OnlyFans right there. We're going to put that on the OnlyFans stock. Yeah, we're going to put that on there.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe you should create OnlyFans too. Because you can...
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you make an OnlyFans and you can tell people how, I mean... You can
I was actually thinking of doing a podcast myself. You know, I definitely salute what y'all got going on. Yeah. But I was like, I know there's a lane for people who want to know about bud. I could try different things in front of them. You know what I mean? Show them different products that they might not have never seen before. I be going around my family sometimes. They be like, yo, what is that? Like, where'd you get that? Like, it's levels. Like, you think just smoking a blunt, like, you ever did a dab, my nigga?
It's all kind of different stuff.
Niggas is falling out off a dab. Nigga, like, professional smokers, like, it's a different type of smoke. And it's pure, like, they putting the oil right on the heat,
right on there,
coming right to you. And
because I seen I saw Cookies, and you know, Burner got this little machine with Wiz. Recently, I can't think of the name of it, but it looked crazy.
He created a platform for, you know what I mean, with the names. I mean, I don't know who's.
I don't know. It was a lot of people before Wiz doing that though.
I mean, to me, Snoop is probably one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
As far as our era, like
that Wiz era, as far as
everybody. I feel like Currency was out there heavy too. Currency was out there heavy because I feel like Currency, Burner, Dizza, Smoke Dizza, they all the Cookie, they all in their little family together, especially Dizza, you know what I mean? Cause that's why I be looking at Cam, what he be doing with cause Cam got this pink horse shit going on right now with the, you know, with the little sex, his little sex honey oil.
Cam with the purple haze, he should.
Nah, he's still doing it. He's still doing that, you know, with Sugar Dog and all them. They got like I said, they got the pink horse and they got the purple haze and stuff like that.
Just jumped on it, like it was already a purple Urkel strain. But he put his face on it and made it official. Like
I seen that.
Purple Urkel.
Yeah. He came out for the fight. The fight? Not the last night, the one before this one, the Logan fight. It's so many of them niggas that had so many fights now. The celebrity, he came out dressed as Urkel and everything, with Snoop and all that.
Yeah.
So it was official.
Yeah. Once he puts, it's like once you put your face on it, he probably doesn't even do anything. He just puts his face on it and boom.
I mean, they named it after me already.
Yeah.
Why not get paid for representing it and promoting it?
Because
something I noticed was, right, as far as some of the cannabis stock was real low during the pandemic last year. Did you jump on some of that last year or what?
I mean, I've been messing with the stocks probably 3-4 years already. Like, I was investing in companies.
I'm only like, I jumped on.
I was investing in companies when they was less than a penny.
Yeah.
Like, to buy shares. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I had this one stock, I probably had 1,000 shares. And I was just waiting for it to go up. Just holding it. Like, I'm playing the long game because I know eventually all them businesses, if they play their cards right, is gonna end up growing.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, you know what? Here's the crazy part about it. I mean, my son, right? He just turned 15, right? And I was telling my son this morning when we were driving to the gym. I said, I want you to start looking on, the stock market, and find a stock that's less than $1. Like, invest. I mean, so when you find something, let me know, and we'll put money in it.
Ain't bad, but don't just go off the price.
No, but not the price.
What you investing in.
I'm going to research it too, but I mean, I want you to start looking up.
No, that's smart. Get him learning the stock market early.
Yeah. He just turned 15, so I mean, that's one thing. I talked to him this morning about.
Yeah, that's smart. I got a man. He do the currency trading. Like I fuck with the Bitcoin and all that too. And it's definitely money in it. And he be teaching his sons how to read them charts and know when to go in and when to get out. Like it's definitely a lot of money in that.
Because you never know. Right now he's 15. When he turn 18, guess what? You never know. I mean, you see some of these penny stocks.
Everything started from the bottom, man.
Yeah, nothing starts at the top. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, here's a funny story, right? Last year, that cryptocurrency last year, I actually invested in that cryptocurrency last year when it was less than a penny. I invested in that March of last year. It was like 0.0000 like 24. Bird, he'll tell you. I sold it because I listened to somebody. I had a few thousand shares of that.
Okay.
You'd have been up right now.
Yeah,
way up.
I'm way up.
Way up.
I sold it.
What you selling for? Don't even tell me. Don't even tell me how much.
Like right away, because somebody told me, one of my boys, you know who he is, Jerry Roundtree.
Damn.
He put you on glasses now. He convinced me to invest in, VXRT. It was like a pill version for coronavirus. But I mean, that was good. I mean,
no.
He made 70,000 from it.
But I'm saying, but you probably would have made more from the crypto, no? Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Bitcoin is like 36,000 right now. It's even though it's down from, it was up to like 50 something.
Yeah, it was up.
I had Dogecoin before it was a penny. Like under a penny.
Oh man, see, you can't listen. That's the thing about when something like that. You can't listen to people.
Is up there right now.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, you definitely. So that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's why I see what you're doing. You gotta. If you whatever ideas you got flowing, just keep them going. Keep them going, man. It's too much stuff out there to be made. Too much money to just put your name on it.
I was a rookie at the stop.
Yeah, everything is a learning process. We learn from it. We learn from it.
Man, we in the center of a lot of shit. Like where we located, you got New York right here, Philly right here.
Yeah, DC and stuff right below us. Too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that I've been reading these markets for years, like just on some regular, like you know how you just watch the trends on what's popping at the time and what's not. And my boy Easy East, he know if he watching. He's been mad times to be like, yo, this is about to be the next wave.
Yeah.
And then that shit happened. I'd be like, told you. And I'd be like, damn, if I should have had some money invested into that, I'd be rich right now.
And hey, that's
that, Jay.
See, that's why the numbers.
You see that where I bought it at?
It's a
000. What date was that?
April 27th.
2020, right?
2020.
Yeah.
When did you sell it? How long did you hold on to it though?
I had Dogecoin. I bought Dogecoin April 27, 2020. Right? I sold it like the next day when it was like nothing. It was like, I sold it the next day.
Yeah, but that's a learning process, though. It's a learning process.
I was a rookie in the game.
Yeah, it's a learning process, though.
I mean, it's people that missed out on Apple.
Yeah, absolutely.
On Amazon.
Yeah, Facebook. Shit, yeah.
But don't worry about that. Just catch the next one.
Catch the next one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you catch the next one.
Right there.
Yeah, but it's a couple more waves to come, though. Don't get me wrong. Cause we didn't think we nothing coming after that.
I'm trying to tell you, look into cannabis, or not even say cannabis, hemp as fuel is going to be the next big wave. I'm predicting it right now.
Hemp
right
is,
here
okay.
on the podcast.
So, but
Hemp fuel.
you mean as far as what, a stock or?
Just every period, right?
Period. That's going to be the moneymaker. Like I said, they're talking about getting more refineries, learning how to turn that hemp into a usable fuel.
Because we saw what's going on right now with the gas prices, and that's going to bring competition, which brings more money to the government, of course. Because right now we see where they get their oil, from all them drills, stuff is going on like that. So that's going to be a natural. That's
not going to need that, and there's so many different uses for hemp, like from medicinal uses, from if you just want to get high, to making clothes, to using it to make paper. Shoes, like it can be used for so many different things that, like it's like, why haven't we been using it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask you that. So why it took so many years to hear about him?
It's one of those things. The man said it wasn't what was popping.
Yeah.
According to him, they tried to demonize it and make people think if you did that, you was crazy. Why? Because most of the people who was doing it at the time was people like us.
Yeah.
Indians and things like that.
But it's a money maker. Once you be able to put a tag, that price tag on something, anything, they gonna jump onto it. Anything.
So you think that it was held back for so many years because of tax reasons, or?
I think it was because of the way, like you just said, like it was us.
Who was using it?
It was us.
Who was in control of it at the time?
Think about when we was young. Then you was going to high school and you smoking and stuff like that. I mean, it was like you literally had to like keep it under covers, because it wasn't the thing. Now it's cool. I mean, I see it everywhere now. It's cool now. It's the wave, as they say. It's everything. It's cool. It's the cool thing.
So many people used to look at me back in 99, 2000, like, ew, you smoke?
Yeah.
Because
it was the gateway drug, right? Who used to say it's a gateway drug? Supposedly, right? Supposedly it's the gateway drug. But I feel like if you're doing drugs, nothing, you was already about to do it anyway, right? There was no gateway drug or two drugs. You're just doing drugs.
Something? You ain't tell about your military story, too. You was in the military, right?
Definitely.
What happened with that? I remember you served in the military. Get a shout out Remy, because I don't know what's going on.
I was just young and dumb at the time,
young and dumb for joining the military, or
not even. I had a ball when I was in the military.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie.
You was in VA, right?
Yeah, I was in Chicago first, and then I got in trouble in my A school. They sent me to the boat, which had just came back from deployment in Virginia, so I ain't had to worry about going on no tours and nothing. Like my boat was getting fixed. You know what I mean? Like I had a ball. Like all I did was go to school the first year and a half. Then I got to my boat, and I was supposed to end up going back to school, but I ended up getting in trouble, being 19 and full of myself on my own. Like I got my own car, I got my own crib. Like can't nobody tell me nothing. And I got into it with a senior chief, and I bounced on them niggas.
you not?
I dipped on them niggas.
you were AWOL on them.
Like it was so crazy because it was like we were stationed in Portsmouth in the docks.
Because you was rapping at that time.
Yeah. And I ended up going to
Briefcase.
I was working in the galley. Like I had got off my boat. Like my boat was in port.
No, I was a CS. I was a cook. So you was working.
I was trying to become a cook because I got kicked out. I was in school for electronics tech. Like I had advanced electronics was my class because I got good grades and I was smart.
Smart with it.
In high school, you was always a smart dude, but you was always high.
Like it's crazy. I got straight A's, but I used to just get into shit.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
One thing I can say is, growing up, J Mom, she always welcomed us at all in the crib, bro. Like she treated us like all like her son. I remember when he used to have parties, I used to be jealous. Like, man, this dude had parties in the basement, and then he had the Jamaican dude at the corner of Johnston.
Jason, yeah, that was my boy. That was my white boy. That was his sister's boyfriend. And when his parents moved out, like they left the house to them.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's still over there. He probably got his son probably graduating high school right now.
Jay, yo, I can see Jay mom.
Before all the other promoters, I was the original party promoter in the town. Facts. I used to ride around the town, handing out flyers, party at the crib.
Okay.
He was the man. My curfew was 10. Remember my window? He also had an elevator.
Had the escalator. He had the escalator going into his window.
I used to climb the escalator. I got through it, bro.
But see, that's what I say. So you took that mentality into when you was into the Navy, then, right? When you got out of there.
Yeah, I was like, I got into it with the scene. He was just some racist old white dude. If I was there now, I'd have been better able to handle the situation.
Oh, okay. Absolutely, yeah. Your mentality.
I ain't expressing you. I'm just doing my job, and you ain't gonna be here much longer.
Because eventually, you smart enough to know you're gonna be
exactly.
I got you.
But at the time, I was hot headed, and I was just like, man, fuck this shit. Like, you're not about to tell me how to do boop de boop. Like, and I got mad because I had finally gotten off the boat. Because like, for the time I got to my boat, I was getting in trouble. Like, I came home my first weekend there. On the way back, we got into a car accident. I was late coming back, so then I had captain's mask for not being where I was supposed to be at the appointed time. So I was in trouble on my boat. Like, my nickname on the boat was Troublemaker from the rip. Then from that to fighting, and then I finally got my shit together, and I got stationed off my boat at the guy, and I was loving it. I liked working in the kitchen. I was with different people. They was cool. And then my senior chief was like, nah, I want him back on the boat where I keep an eye on him. And when they did that, I was like, nah, I'm not coming back. And I'm not coming back.
Yo, you know what?
And
I always wondered, I was like, yo, how you get discharged, man?
And I was good. The crazy part was, at first it was, I'm just not going to work today. I'm not going today. My nigga, they claimed they was looking for me. I would stay in Virginia the whole time.
I remember when you started rapping.
Yeah, I was chilling, man. I ain't gonna say what I was doing out there, but I was getting to it. Like, I was still
doing what you had to do.
I was still getting paid for the military for like a good 6 months.
I remember.
I was living in a girl's dorm room.
You made a MySpace, right?
At Old Dominion University. I lived in a dorm room with 4 girls at 19. I was living my life.
I remember, yo, because I was in Cali at that time.
Okay.
And he was in VA. I remember I was like, yo, I hit him up on MySpace, like, yo, man, you living better than me.
I made Virginia my home. I stayed out there all the way till 2007 before I came back out here.
So you seen it. So you seen it for a minute, even though you young, but you saw it for a minute.
Yeah. I was down. I mean, I was.
VA, man.
I stayed in VA for 7 years, but I got out the military after 3 years. But probably a year of that was me gone. You know what I mean? So I was really in for like 2 years. Then I left. I was still coming to the base to my boat to pick niggas up. Like, what's good? What we doing tonight? Like, when you coming back to work? Like, I don't know, nigga. It was like, I'm gonna come tomorrow. It was, I'm gonna come next week. And then after the 30 days, now you officially unauthorized absence.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now I'm like, all right, they about to come look for me. They ain't never came looking for me. I was right there the whole time. My mom was calling me like, they looking for you. I'm like, I'm right here in Virginia. Like, clearly I'm not home.
Yeah. You're not in Jersey or something like that. Yeah.
But eventually I got called to go to work one day. Got pulled over. It came up when they ran my information. They brought me back, took me to the base in Norfolk, processed me back into the military. But by that point, they was like, well, your boat don't want you back. Like, what you want is like, he's going to let you out. But I ain't get no dishonorable discharge, none of that. So
there you go. So, but that.
You never filed a claim.
For what?
Disability claim.
Disability for what?
PTSD. You ever thought about it?
Nah, man, you got the HiiLife now, man. We don't need that, man.
If anything, I should go file for my veteran benefits, OTH.
Other than honorable?
But I can get it upgraded. Like, I can get it upgraded and go get my veteran benefits. I just ain't been pressed about it because it's like, I don't need y'all. Like, I've been taught to go get it, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I feel you.
You got OTAs, you might.
Although I could use y'all for that VA loan for this house purchase, though. I might have to look into that.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. You gotta take advantage of
That
it.
zero interest rate is crazy. Like I could use that though.
Yeah, that's a big
You
one.
might still qualify for it.
Oh, I probably do. I probably do.
Look into it.
I've talked about it. Like I talk to Corey all the time. He went and got his veteran card or whatever. But I just ain't never go through the process. I think I gotta write a letter or whatever stating why.
Go online and do that.
Possibly.
Let the show. I can show you.
Google. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We'll actually figure it out.
that's good, man. But it brought you to where you at right now, and you making moves right now. You making strong moves.
You followed your dream. That's one I didn't say. It led to where you at right now and what you trying to push.
I mean, that wasn't even that just brought me back home, and I've done worked at Merrill Lynch, I've worked at ET. I've always had office jobs. I've done construction. I've worked at warehouses, and I did all these different things, and like certain jobs, like working in office, I excelled at, and that's what made me not want to do it no more. Cause I'm like, I'm over here killing it. I'm doing 3 people jobs, and then this white boy over here is dating the boss's daughter, and he gets the promotion before me.
Yeah, I feel you.
And that turned me off from it. Like, nah, you're not gonna do me like that. Like, I work too hard. Like, when I get into something, like I'm 100% in. And like I was in there busting my ass at ETS, and they played me, and I was like, after that, it discouraged me from wanting to work for any type of corporations or businesses. I was like, I gotta find something that I can do that I want to do. And to be honest, the person who pointed me in the right direction, my boy S. Doe, from EMP. We always bounce ideas off each other, and he was telling me like, yo, if you want to start a business, all you gotta do is this. And like for the longest, I was thinking like I gotta have all this money and I gotta do this and do that and do that. And he was like, this is all you gotta do. I was like, for real? Like that's it? And the next day I went and did it. I was like, I've been waiting all this time for what? For nothing.
Yeah, for something.
It's all about just because you don't know what you need, people be scared to take that step. But I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, you shared that little jewel with you.
How long you actually worked for a company?
2-3 years ago. And even then I was doing, I probably didn't have a steady job for a minute. And then I was doing home health aid. I was taking care of my grandmother. You know what I mean? My mom brought her here from Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, whatever. Her house roof got fucked up. So they had to bring her here because she can't take care of herself. And they didn't have nobody to take care of her. And I was like, well, I ain't working right now. Why not?
Yeah.
So I did that. I got paid to take care of my grandma, which was nothing because I'm just chilling with my grandma.
Yeah, regular thing.
So shit was a layup.
Work right there.
Other than that, that's probably the last legitimate job that I had.
Last time you went somewhere where you had to punch into a clock at?
Probably at when I worked at Senlar. I was doing collections for loans.
Yeah, bank type shit, right? Yeah. Okay.
Doing collections for loans, and I was probably working 10 to 6, a little mid shift. That's when I was living on the island. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a decent job, but I have to.
Yeah, why punch the clock for the next one? Kind of thing, right?
Like I'm making y'all all this money every time I collect money for y'all, and y'all just giving me this little bit of change.
You making somebody else money, you be doing it for yourself.
Exactly. Like these corporations didn't get big by themselves. The people who work for them help them grow to where they at, but then they want to treat them the worst. Like the companies that do the best is the ones that treat their employees the best.
So what about your kids? So I know you got 2 kids, right?
Yep. 2 daughters.
So raising them, how would you teach them as far as you go to college, you work for a big company, or
I don't tell my daughter that.
You don't?
I don't tell my daughter that. I tell her she definitely has to be smart. I tell her you need to learn as much as you can learn, but I don't never tell her that she has to go to college. I always tell her you're gonna be a boss one day.
So inside your house,
Like you're not gonna be a princess. You're gonna be a boss one day. You're gonna have your own bit. You're gonna tell people what to do.
So you don't preach as far as college. I see, yo, you know what?
I mean, my daughter's smart.
You know what? Like, one thing about you, like, I respect no matter what. Yo, you take care of your kids, man.
Oh, you see me, you see them. They here now.
Oh yeah, that's what none of
They here now. Like, we just came. I just came from Daddy Boy. Like, we was just at the park before I came here playing.
For the shirts. Your wife was there, and your daughters were there, and for the podcast, they here.
Facts. I bring them. I try to teach my daughters to be independent. Like, not saying that. I mean, everybody wants to have a partner or mate in life, somebody to go through life with, but at the same time, know how to take care of your business yourself first. When you get somebody, they can help. Yeah, he can change a tire for you, but if you're not
you gotta know how to do it. You gotta know how to do that shit. Yeah.
And that's the crazy part, man. Like, I think that's a trait that all three of us got, man. Like, I've seen my boy Jerome. I see him share a story of his daughter. Like, the other day, I'm like, yo, man.
I think that's our whole generation, though. Like, I've noticed a definitely change. Like, a lot of people from our generation didn't have their dads in the crib growing up. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of the people that I fuck with, that I call my friends, like, they all take care of their kids. And that's probably one of the things I'm most proud of. Like, when I see niggas, like, I respect that. Like, you take care of your kids. Like, even if you don't live with them, when you get the time, you do what you do. Like, I would definitely respect that.
First thing he talk about, oh yeah, Jazz did Rome this. Like,
I see the stories on Facebook all the time.
The first thing he said, he don't even go. He's done by himself.
Ain't about us no more.
His first conversation is kids.
You got to.
Every time I talk to this man, it's the same thing.
You got to. Everybody knows me. It's all about the kids.
I picked that up over like 3-4 months ago. Like, me and him started the show.
Kids
got to,
man.
You got to, because I know when I see you with your daughters, I know me. I left my daughter with my mom right now. You can ask my mom. It took me like 15-20 minutes to get out the door, and like, that's the woman who raised my black ass, and it was hard for me to leave my daughter right there with her. So, you know,
that's when I'm definitely not a drop my kid off every weekend. And like, me and the mother of my kids wasn't always together. Like, I got both of my kids all the time. Like,
yeah, that's why I said I see both of y'all. Like, that's one thing about him too, definitely.
Yeah. Because we're going into Father's Day next week. You know, this.
I know. I better be getting something. Like, I did a little something extra for my baby mom. Like, look,
I'm telling my
make sure.
Next Sunday, I want a steak. Look, I ain't doing nothing right now. I ain't doing nothing right now, yo.
But it's always an anticipation, and then it always turns into other stuff, you know, when it comes to dads, man. But it's a good thing. It should be Father's Day every day, and it should be Mother's Day every day anyway.
I ain't doing nothing.
I feel you.
Right there, yo, he in his room. See, he playing Xbox right now.
So that's gonna be the one waiting on you then. Huh? He should be the one waiting on you.
Yo, I mean, somebody is.
I feel you. I respect that.
Father's Day should be changed to National Women Get on the Grill Day. Like, it's y'all turn to stand from that grill.
Sometimes we say that, and then it don't turn out the same though. That's the thing though. It don't turn out the same.
Never mind.
Yeah, it don't turn out the same.
I just said. We better on the grill.
Just make the meal that I like that you can make. That's gonna be perfect. Cause I know how.
She know what I really want. Do that thing I like.
Yeah. But we got time for that.
I made it easy. I said, look, take me to Texas Roadhouse. I want a steak, man.
See, you can't. So you going to the wrong place then.
Nah.
You going to the wrong place.
You gotta try.
You going to the wrong place for the food.
The ribeye?
You going to
the chow?
Yeah, the Chinese spot.
Nah. That's something. Yeah.
Oh, Brazilian steak. Yeah, man, drop one there. Matter of fact, he'll be here. Next week he'll be here. Drop be here.
All right.
Yeah, that's something. Now the road. Now that's over Roadhouse. That's over Roadhouse. All right, that's over Roadhouse.
Or even somewhere low key, the New Ewing Diner over there down the street from the credit union. They got this tomahawk steak. Yo, they bring out the plate like this. Look,
It's might. So that's what I'm saying.
Man.
tomahawk, like it still got the bone like this arm right here. Like
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
Like
But I go on
crazy.
33, I pick up my steak.
Nah, I do not. I fuck with Texas
feel you,
Roadhouse.
I feel
It's
you,
one of my
I feel you.
spots. Like I go for the porterhouse.
But see, it's like you said. It's fine. Like either way, it's Father's Day weekend next week. So if it's your favorite restaurant, I don't know, your favorite meal, whatever, man, just get.
My ribeye, man.
See, so you want your ribeyes. You get that ribeye, you're gonna be sleep though. You're gonna be
My
sleep.
grandpa, he want the bone ribeye, man.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I
Nah,
feel you.
nice
Ain't nothing wrong with
meal.
that.
Just let me chill
And chill, really.
and that's it.
Do you?
Talk.
The whole 9 yards.
Man.
Yeah, but it's a good thing though, man. Cause like you said, the generation. It's like you said, everybody I see that I know be taking care of them kids. You know, it's not too many knucklehead dudes I'm around because that don't take care of their kids.
If
I
you
know.
don't, you a deadbeat.
Yeah.
Man, look, steak.
Like I don't know how you can want to miss it. Like them
Nah.
kids will give me energy. Like
Yeah.
I be having days where I feel like I don't want to get out the bed, and she say something funny, make me laugh. Like, all right, let's go get into
Yeah,
what we
absolutely.
get into. Like,
That's what they're supposed to do though. That's what your training's supposed to give you, a little energy.
My body hurt right now, yo. I play basketball. Look, woke up this morning, barbershop, gym with my son, help my sister move. Then we played basketball with my son. He 15, right? My body hurt right now.
he's out to give you
Hey,
that
look,
work.
I want you to play ball, right? And then
Oh shit.
I'm here on the show. You know what I mean? My
shit.
body hurt.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It's not as we used to be.
See, shout out my man Jay Rowe, because I talked to him last week and he told me the same thing. Shout out my man Jay Rowe. Now he told me the same thing. He said that, you know, it ain't like it used to be, but it's still there though. It's still there. And shout out Big Moon, because if Big Moon watching this, he swear he still got it. So you know.
When I see him in the gym.
Look, it's all about. You gotta think now.
Yeah, you got
I ain't
to.
put as much energy into it, but I still know how to get my buckets.
And you
I
better.
can tell you, he ain't got no.
And you better, and it's at the age everybody at now, got a lot of people I know, you better stretch. Your
Facts.
best stretch.
Yo, we
Your
facts.
best stretch. Your best stretch.
LeBron is a couple years behind us, but he's in the best shape of his life. Like he been doing it.
Yeah, he been
We've been sitting around too long. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna jump up and go out there and do the thing. Like,
it's
he's
not
gonna come back
happening.
with something pulled.
And the thing about us, and the difference between us and LeBron, when we pull some, we might have to take a day or two off, and we're not.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Brian, you know what I'm saying?
He got the ice bag.
Yeah, he's good. He got them chambers and shit like that. The niggas be in.
Last summer, right? My wife will tell you. I call my wife out here. She'll tell you. She probably watching the show too.
Don't tell me you caught a bad one.
Yo, I did.
Oh shit.
I took my son. I said, yo, because every year he can't beat me. He be getting mad. Like, yo, I can't beat the racing. So, yo, me and him, we lined up. A little short sprint. Yo, I started sprinting with him. Boom! I felt my leg pop. Yo, the
Oh,
back.
shit.
Exactly. Yo, I fell. Sneaker popped off my foot.
So you caught a James Harden and a Zion Wilson all in one?
Yo,
That's what you telling me? You ain't tell me that. You ain't tell us about that
I ain't
one.
tell nobody that story, but I'm telling everybody.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh, Jada.
You caught a Harden and a Zion. That's your name from now on. Harden Zion. That's your name.
Yo, that was the worst pain. Yo, I felt like two muscles come out like at once, yo. It popped out my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Popped out.
You gotta stretch, man.
They don't heal the same, man.
don't, man.
Before
It don't.
next day you be
I
good.
can't go to work. I tell my wife like this, yo. I'm like this. Yo, my leg.
I'm telling you, it's not like back in the day where gym class was like 5th period, and then the rest of the day you was good. It's not like that no more. I'm telling you.
Definitely used to be on the court running back and
That's what
forth
I'm
all
saying.
day, every day.
Yeah.
Just playing ball today. I seen the ball, you know what I mean, bounce out. Like, yeah, he's sprinting for that. I see my nephew at 17, and my son running. I said, yo, go ahead.
Y'all got that. Handle that. Handle that.
Good, bro.
I feel
I'm gonna get that. I'll definitely. I'm doing good for that. I'll be like, yo, reach under there and pass me that, because I'm not bending down to get that. Like,
I ain't doing it, man.
But
man, reach down and come back like, oh.
that's a good thing though. That's everybody not too blessed to have that opportunity. You know what I mean? They were old and stuff like
It
that.
was like, yo, today was like, yo, that was the best feeling. Man.
Yeah,
I played, you know, Matt Vossi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Played basketball with him. You know what I mean? We was all playing ball with my son. You know what I mean? His son was playing ball, man. Like, yo, that was fun.
That's what's up.
Like, we felt like old men, but
you got a little bit. You got some good weather out there for it.
best feeling ever.
So I was just doing the same thing with Corey and his son. Like I had my daughter. I got my daughter. She got a little jumper too. Watch out, she's coming. She got a little weather. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm up there throwing, old jokes at him. Yo, it was fun, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's
the
up.
best feeling, man. Like,
Now, you gotta be active. Like if you don't, everything gonna be stiff. Like I'm just getting back in the gym. I'm probably like a month in.
Yeah,
I can feel a whole difference from.
Last time I see him, I'm like, yo, that boy been chilling. Like, he see me, I'm chilling. Man, yo, look at my look. The shirt you gave me, thing loose, baby. You know why? I've been hitting the crunch gym. Right about, you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, I've been buying clothes a size smaller on purpose, just for more motivation. Like I want to feel it get looser on me. Like
we were small dudes back in the day.
Facts.
They was the shirt off dudes back in the day.
Every chance I got, shirt is off. Like what's good? Today, I'm not trying to take it off for nobody.
60 days? What? 60 days?
That little Will Smith challenge.
60 days? What's up? Rome already beat us to the punch.
Nah, man. Rome ain't beat nobody to the punch, man. I'm just doing what I gotta do, man.
Hey, you look like Prodigy right now.
Yeah, that's doing what I gotta do, man. That's doing what I gotta do, man.
You didn't know what I was saying, right?
That's doing what I gotta do, man.
I'm trying to catch up.
Yo,
That's doing what I gotta do,
and
man.
then what messed up with you was you stopped posting on the book. Why?
Nah, I still do my thing. It's
I don't
just.
see you posting like, yo, Jim.
Oh, nah, I still do. I still do my thing. It's just be too caught up in it. That's all.
And Cliff was motivated.
Yeah, that's what I just be caught up in it a lot. Like
Sometimes you gotta live
peers be telling me. Yeah, you gotta live it though. That's my people be telling me.
And they don't be doing nothing.
Nah, but that's what my people be telling me. You know what I mean? That's what my people be telling me. Big Alpha be telling me. Man, sometimes you gotta just be doing it. You gotta be focused on it.
Tell Big Alpha. No, I mean, look,
I feel you. I feel you.
You was motivating niggas.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
You didn't even know that, though.
Well, we back in it tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. And we'll be back in it tomorrow morning, early in the morning.
Yo, I'm telling you, look, man, I know a few dudes who told me that they seen it, man.
Yeah, I feel you. I got you. But it's motivation all around. If I see you doing what you do, that's, that he doing what he do every day is motivation all around us regardless, man. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. It's fun to me because I love it, you know what I mean? Like, it's doing shit different. It's a change, so that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Regular wrong, man. Don't let that man fool you, man. You see me in the streets, you're still regular wrong. So don't let that man fool you, man. Don't let that man fool you, man. It's regular wrong, man, in the streets, man. But
I get on his what's my man name from Rocky?
Nah, regular shit, man. But hey.
Papa Creed, son.
Nah, hell nah. If you give me that money, I'll take that money. I'll take that check.
What's your Instagram again? Everybody know you.
It's at Flyboy Gutter 80.
Flyboy 88.
That's the IG. I got some of the it's 80 because that's when I was rapping in VA. That's what I was fucking with. It was 80 proof, but
I thought that was the Crips. No,
nah.
Look at it. See?
Oh shit.
Nah, man, I'm trying to live life right, man. I got 2 young ones to live for, so everything is centered around them.
Yeah, always.
About his family, man. That's one thing.
Always.
Like people be mad sometimes, like, yo, come over, like, I got my kids, dog. Like, I can't bring them everywhere.
Nah, especially
ain't for them.
It's not for them, really. But you got the Instagram, you got the whole website put up and everything right now, right?
The website is coming. I mean, I already got the domain name, like it's already paid for and all that. It's just the actual site is being constructed. That's what I'm waiting for. So.
Okay. But once you get all that stuff going, definitely come back again, because I like to say, to me, the pop-up shows is the biggest things that I be saying, man.
And next time when I come, I want to have some products.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't touch the products though.
But you get the name out there, because like I said with the pop-up shows, man, when I see them pop-up shows, to me, I want to like I know when I look at your stuff, I know you be perfect for stuff like that. So get everything ready.
There's a couple people that's been doing it. Like I know. On Instagram, they got New Jersey Smokers Club. Like they having events where they do stuff. I know at Pounds, it's a CBD. It's a dispensary in Cali, but they have a CBD store in Brooklyn on Myrtle Ave. It's called the Pound Store. And they do events every now and again where, you know what I mean, they might have vendors there where you could do other things as well. So
hold up. I know you live in VA, right? So how about VA? What's the as far as
they just legalized it too out there. They just did it. I know out there you can grow. I'm not sure what the amount you can have on you. I'm not sure if it's like an ounce or two.
it's Commonwealth, so that's why.
But they just legalized it this year, not like a couple months ago.
Oh wow! So you said it's 9 states left.
No, I'm saying I think it might be like
No, that's a few.
like 13 that have medical. It's probably maybe 4 or 5 that have recreational.
That's going all the way. It's not a lot that got to order way.
Most states are being added on, you know what I mean, on a monthly basis. You know, they seeing, and I know New Jersey is one of them states where we send a lot of trends with laws. So when people see us get our shit together, they're gonna be like, we're gonna follow suit.
Yeah, so I feel like if you're a governor or whatever, I mean, running the state, whatever, you lose a lot of money if you're not.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean,
Well, it's a split because you know a lot of them is older generation.
Exactly.
So a lot of them older white people ain't into that. Like they're real conservative. They're like, nah, we don't want none of that. But anybody under 50 and under, like that's the new gen. Like,
and if you're trying to get elected, that's the way you need to be jumping on. That's what you need to be jumping on. Because I see my man in New York, he running for office right now. That's one of the main things he running on. You know, as far as like legalization and stuff like that. Like
Phil Murphy ran on that. That's how he got in there.
Exactly. I didn't want to say. That's how he got in there.
You know what?
That's why I voted for him.
Yeah, shit. Hey, Murph.
But
he did other stuff the right way.
He has answered a few other things.
I don't even think he did that bad with that. To be honest,
He did what he had to do.
it could have been a lot worse.
He did what he had to do in that sense. He did what he had to do.
I think it was places.
See what you see, it get him going a little bit. He started to see that little piece of that trickle of sweat coming down. If you say Phil Murphy or LeBron James, that trickle of sweat forming inside of there.
You had an issue with it.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. But like you say, if you want to get elected, anything, you gotta jump on that because it's the tax dollars, man. It's the tax
we gotta
dollars,
start
man.
making them cater to us.
You have to.
Our vote swings things one way or the other.
Because shout out to Trent Reed, man. Look what he had to do. Shout out to him. He was right across from City Hall.
He's definitely one of the advocates in the state of New Jersey. One of the biggest ones, definitely.
You want him on the show?
Hey, man,
We just gave me the follow on the book.
Hey, we can see what's good with that.
He know his shit. You know what I mean? And he started over there, so he already had connections over there. He brought it here, and he just expanded to Miami. So
yeah. Then that's the thing. When I see the stuff he was doing, he was like you say, he was the one who had his like. He
was on the laws.
I'm telling you,
He was willing to go to see. I can't go to jail right now.
Yeah, he was willing to go to far. He was willing to go hard.
Was you willing to come back?
Hell yeah. Because I respect what they do.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I look at what E-Man did, Phil Murphy jumped on that.
He got a food truck.
Yeah, he got the spot across the street from us City Hall.
He got out of state too.
Okay, I ain't know that.
He just opened a spot in Miami.
Yeah. Okay, see, I ain't know that.
I mean, you gotta make that move.
It's whatever, but I'm telling you, Phil Murphy and them, even though they used to butt heads, he knew that if he jumped on something like that, it would be the perfect thing for him to get elected. So, man, that'd be perfect. Something like that. But he was definitely one of the first people I saw, like you said, but he was willing to go with that extra
Like I said, he's one of the people that's willing to put himself on the line to do it. Like I said, it's spots right now that you can go to and they selling it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Are they doing it legally? I do not know.
I don't know.
I don't believe so because I don't believe the licenses have been released yet.
Look,
I can't do it
something
though.
that we don't know.
Yeah, true, indeed.
Because how could a man get caught with so much?
Well, the reason he didn't get this time because he chose the jury, and the jury was of his peers, and them people was like,
Who got it?
looking for that, and he's going under the guise of this is religious. You can't stop my religious purposes.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Rastafari, that's part of their routine. Like they smoke.
You made it look.
That's part of their worship.
You show me a man that can stand in front of City Hall and do what they do. And
I mean, people have done it. They just didn't do it on camera.
Nah, exactly.
I'm on camera. I'm on CBS. He on CBS.
Yeah, he did everything he did with national. Everything with national.
I got alert the other day. 2 days ago, he on CBS.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
He said he wants to be the face of the movement. I respect it, and I salute him for that. But like I said, I can't sit in jail for a year because I got 2 kids.
Yeah, absolutely. It's different for everybody.
Holler at me off the camera, and I'll show you some stuff too.
But you got 20 years in the game.
Yeah, but like you say, but like you say all the time, with certain situations like that.
Actually, you got more than 20 years in the game.
It's probably
From what I've been around.
But in situations like that, his skills may be even better than Weed Man's or somebody else, but he's not putting them out there like that. Yeah.
What I witnessed 20 plus years in the game. You know what I mean? As me, as a person that know him. You know what I mean? I can't vouch for Weed Man.
Well, I could point you in the right direction. Like that.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Plus bands from this man right here.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. But this was perfect right here, man. This was perfect. Because I want to know more. It's more shit that I want to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's way more shit that I want to know.
It's so much more that's going on in the industry itself. Like I said, I be checking out the little Texas hemp conventions and stuff like that. Like during the pandemic, they've been doing a lot of stuff online through like Telegram and stuff like that. So I've been following through things like that, and I'm on a little email list, so I find out about different events and things going on. But it's just a matter of plugging in. There's so many different and new things that are going to be coming out because, like I said, it's a brand new industry, and we at the forefront of it right now. Like, it's growing as we speak.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad the world opening back up, because it's a lot of people just been antsy just to get out there and see more shit. So I know that this is something, because I look at all these other conventions going on, and I know that I researched a couple of weeks ago, man, it's crazy with the weed convention and stuff like that. So
since, like, you know what I mean, since this pandemic, have we lost anything?
Oh shit, nah, I don't know. Gained, if anything. More than anything, gained.
I'll definitely say
I would get gained
during since the pandemic.
That's I think that's when a lot of people talk about it. I don't defend it, but I look at it like, for me, it helped. It helped me.
I mean, you felt like you had more time.
It helped me get my mind right. Yeah, really, absolutely.
It depends on what people use that time to do.
Yeah, that 100 right there. Some people continue to use it the wrong way.
Yeah, some people just.
And we don't talk about that.
They little free money, going to party and ball out and all of that.
Nah,
I'm trying to take steps to advance my family and what we got going on. Like, there's other things more important than trying to stunt in Trenton. Like,
what about, I'm saying, like, as far as your fitness goes, like me, I feel like I lost some of my fitness goals during the pandemic.
Well, it definitely slowed me down because right before it happened, I had just started going back in the gym. Me and my girl was going together.
Yeah, I remember, she's supposed to, because I got both of y'all on the book.
Yeah,
I'll be on Facebook with her.
Oh yeah, she gets right. She runs.
She's still in shape
and does all of that. Yeah, right now she still got a 6-pack. Right now, like
it's just like you said, it's the way you use it.
But that's hereditary. She hereditary too.
Most of it, but she gets out there and runs though. I ain't gonna lie. Like I see her go out there and run.
But we was in the Navy eating good food.
Shit, when I was in the Navy, I was in the best shape of my life.
That's what I'm saying.
It was after the Navy.
It was after the Navy came out, right?
Because we started eating them. I mean,
what happened was I found the girl down in Virginia, and she used to be in there cooking ham hocks and rice and black eyed peas and greens and shit like that, like every day. Like not just on Sunday dinner, like every day. Those was the meals I was eating. And
I bet your girl now she gotta run you, can't she?
Oh.
That's not I seen like,
she used to be a track star, so
I feel you.
Like she in shape, she can run like 2 miles right now.
She probably could. Like she still runs regularly. Like, that's what she do.
But that's like you said though. During that whole time, man, I know some people that came up, some people that went down, and I know some people that used it the wrong way. But it was like you said, it was depending on the way you used it. You know what I mean?
Because it's like, you know what? Now I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was a hater during the pandemic.
Based on.
I was a hater, man. Cause I'm like, these dudes making close to what I'm making, and they chilling at home.
Oh, because they was getting that free money.
Gyms was closed.
Right.
So all I did was I was stressed, man.
But outside wasn't closed though.
Front. They did. The people that was working should have got a little extra bonus. Like people who wasn't working definitely came up.
I'm putting my life. Supposedly, if I'm putting my life on the line, give me an extra 600 too.
Yeah, you definitely need to.
You say it's a hazard. Give me that extra bread.
But you had, but when you talk about that, that was people who was like getting unemployment though.
Yo, it was dudes making $200 a week, getting extra $600, so they get $800.
Oh, that was mandatory. That was a mandatory thing.
Yo, so
I feel you. But
it's my life out there with COVID going on supposedly.
It's different situations. It's different situations.
You want me to catch up with the Congress now?
Nah, but for me, I was good. I was good. My job called me one day and said, "Don't come in," and then I was still getting my regular money, and I was fine with that. Nothing changed for me, so I was.
But you was home, but you didn't get extra $600 though.
Nah.
See?
Nah, I was home. I was still making my same money though.
You deserve it.
But I was good. I didn't mind. I was good.
I think people
I understand what you said.
should have gotten something.
But you did technically get a little something with that
What?
with the stimulus checks though. We got some stimulus money though, no? We got some stimulus money?
But they ain't enough.
We got a little. But I mean, but what they always give is just enough for the city.
I ain't giving that $600 at first either. Like I missed out on a lot of that because
you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I did. Once I went back to work, I was out of work. They stopped us working. I want to say April. We were still getting our regular checks every other week. Cool. Went back to work. Middle of June? They made us take off like 4 times in the month of July, and I got unemployment. On top of my regular money, I probably made extra bread. Now that I think I do the math, and I got the extra $100 back like 4 times.
See, if you got it from the beginning, you was eating because they were giving that $6 from the beginning. I caught it at the end.
But see, you getting it. You know where you getting it at? You getting it in your blessings. You getting it in your blessings, man. That's where you getting it from. Trust me, man.
$600.
You getting it in your blessings, man.
I know that right now.
I know what you would do with it, but. You know what you're doing? You're getting in your blessings right now. You're getting in your blessings, man. I'm telling you, man.
The whole time.
But like you say, the gym, the outside didn't stop though. Cause like you said, the gym. No. See, that's. But you were spending the wrong time. You were doing the wrong thing at your time. Cause see, for me, I'm putting it like this. I feel like the pandemic helped me because it helped me get outside and work out and shit like that. Because I was like my people was telling me. I went outside. We went outside. The gyms was closed, but we was outside. We went outside, worked out and stuff like that. Because I was just talking to him yesterday about I was talking to park workouts. He said, "For what? You know what I mean? The gyms got back over."
I said, "Yo, I ain't going no park. I'm a gym nigga."
But the park got me ready for the gym because I wasn't no gym dude. So I say the outside was. I don't know, man. I don't like to say the pandemic was a good day for me, but it was a blessing for me. So I don't know.
I was a shirt off about how you use your time.
Yeah, it's how you use your time. Exactly. Yeah.
Yo, before the pandemic, I was a shirt off dude.
But you can't put it on
my shirt off last summer.
But you can't put it on the pandemic though. It's how you spend.
You could have did them push-ups in.
Yes, sir.
Ain't the same.
Yes, sir. Because like my sister told me, when this shit was going on, you just turned it into a workhouse. Turn your crib into the workout. You in a workhouse. You locked up.
That'll be even more ready.
I feel you. See?
That will change. It's even worse now.
Guess what you getting?
What?
Getting your blessings. The gym back over. This extra 600 right here. This the extra 600.
Now I'm about to kill him.
Hey, Fred, you do your thing.
Wait on my bro. That's why I sent him a message like, "Yo, come over here to Hamilton to join me."
Yeah, I be going to the fitness, man.
Hey, it's going to get there, man.
That extra $30, man. $20 for me and somebody else.
Yeah, I feel you.
At Crunch?
Yeah.
Since when?
It's been 10.
I could have sworn it was more than that. That ain't bad. I can do that.
Yeah, but it's.
Oh wait, no, you said 10 a week.
No, a month.
Oh, a month. I believe it's a month. Yeah, I believe it's a month.
His cousin go there.
Yeah, I believe it's a month. I think it is that.
That ain't bad.
But hey, man, like you said, it's about how you spend your time.
I've been there for like 5 years, 6 years though.
And during this pandemic situation, it helps you do this. It helps you get this up more, right?
Well, I started it before the pandemic hit, but since the pandemic, I've been able to do a little bit more. I've had more time because the biggest part is probably just as far as having money to do shit.
Yeah.
Like everything costs money. So
everything does. Everything does.
If you don't have $50,000 sitting on the side, you do everything step by step as you get it. So I'm still paying my bills and kids and credit cards and all that, and then what I got left, I'll put into my business.
So as your business as an LLC prior to state of New Jersey, how do you claim all your taxes?
What you mean?
All right, like before legalization of marijuana.
It didn't matter because CBD and hemp was already legalized federally
In New Jersey?
in New Jersey.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like,
So
my
really-
business is CBD. Like, I'm not selling nothing with THC.
Yeah, he's not.
As far as my business is concerned.
Because really, technically, the thing THC is, like you said, that's the weed.
Pretty much.
Correct.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
yeah.
the cop days.
Anything
But see-
THC free.
But see what I mean? But you know what I like though? When this little right here, that little 2-3 minute thing right there lets me know that man right here will not fall into questioning because you was trying to pull him in. You was trying to pull him in. But see, he did not fall into
I
questioning.
have watched Vlad too many times.
Exactly. See, and like I tell people, it's Vlad, First 48, it's too much shit out there for you to be. Yeah. See, you can't do that. And you see, he called on early.
All my shit is legitimate. All my paperwork is filed with the state.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I started before the pandemic. The pandemic just gave me a little boost, even though it kind of hindered me in the beginning because I was trying to do.
So you made more money during the pandemic then?
Well, it's hard to say because my business was probably open maybe 8 months before the pandemic hit. You know what I mean? So I started it in June. You know what I mean? So my first year was just them 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wasn't expecting to make a killing or nothing. Like most of it was me putting money out. I probably put out more than what I made back.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they say though. Most businesses, like the first 24 months is a loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after the first 24 months,
then you start seeing some money.
You know
what I mean? So the second year, the pandemic hit. So initially, like I was trying to do like I said, I was doing pop-ups, doing little group meetings, like get 5 or 6 people together. Let me show you my products. This is what I offer. Blah, blah, blah. But then when the pandemic hit, that put a stop to that. So then I started with the shirts. I was like, well, I could do shirts. I could post them online. People could see them. They don't gotta come. I could deliver it. I could mail it to you. Whatever. You know what I mean? I take Cash App, Venmo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's too many ways to get that bread now.
I got the Square readers. I take debit, credit, all of that. You know what I mean? But and a lot of people have to do it that way because, like I said, a lot of banks won't touch anything dealing with the marijuana industry. Even though hemp and CBD is legal, they still are iffy with touching it. Like certain banks won't touch it.
Because I think once they hit that button and say everything's legal, I think the banks gonna just.
I mean, but they're
like that. They gonna jump on it. They gonna jump on it.
The reason they not is they don't want to lose money. Like if the feds decide, oh, we're gonna run down this dispensary, all their money that's in that bank is going to the feds.
It's a wrap. Yeah.
So they don't want to touch it because they don't want to have to go through that process.
But like you said, we are always the ones to be the last with things like this. You got brothers like Seattle, West Coast, Seattle, Cali, even Arizona. I was watching the UFC World press conference, and he's in the press conference with probably 5, maybe 6,000 people smoking. He's literally lighting up, smoking on the stage. So you know what I mean? Like that. I want Jersey to get to where Arizona is at, and I don't know, is that going to be? I hope that's. But
anywhere you can smoke a cigarette, you can go and smoke.
Now, Now, my man was telling me this. He was telling me like.
You licensed though?
Nah, he was telling me where.
Recreational is legal. So
when you go
over 18,
you good.
You can go.
If I'm at a restaurant, like if we had an Applebee's or whatever the fuck, and you eat dinner, and I want to go outside and smoke a Dutch, and it's 4 people over there. What y'all doing? This is smoking section. All right, I can come outside, do what I got to do.
Fire up.
And a cop can't say nothing to me.
Yes. I've literally been smoking. A cop pulled up, and right in front of me, I was looking at him. And the crazy part is, at first I was like, I was like, wait a minute, I ain't gotta do that.
Like it's recreational, but I can't literally. But he can't sit outside the restaurant and be like, you know what I mean? I got it. To a point. You know what I'm saying?
Because, like I said, they still working out the taxes. So as far as it's like, even though they made it legal, you can have 6 ounces on it, but it's like, where are you gonna get it from? Yeah. Unless you can go to a medical dispensary.
Some people still getting locked up for it then.
It's certain.
You got more than 6 ounces on you?
Yeah, it's different. Because like you say, if I walk down the street and the cop pulls and says, "Hey, what you get him 6 ounces?" He can't arrest me But like you said, where did you get that from? Because there is no way to get it from. So obviously I got it illegally. You know what I mean? Like you're giving yourself away, kind of thing. That's basically what it is.
It's nothing they can really do. As long as you have less than 6 ounces on your person, you good.
You good. 5.5 ounces. I can have 5.5.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they know we're getting it illegally because unless you have a medical card, you can't go and just buy it.
And they're not even gonna give you that much, right?
But you figure it's the black market. People were selling weed before it was legal anyway.
And this goes back to the whole liquor thing, prohibition.
So that's what I'm saying. So you think that this is going to affect the black market? So as far as
absolutely
in the future, so
it will.
It's going to,
but to a point though, because I still think people should the underground weed.
I would hope that you're getting your money together to step into the legal business.
all right,
True.
So say if I'm a guy with a record, you know what I mean? I can't. Some people are like, yo, man, I ain't getting into that business. So is that going to affect? You know what I mean? Like the money. You know what I mean? Like
I guess we're gonna find out. We don't know yet.
But I still think it's going to be people who still selling, like you just said, people who got records who can't jump into it legally. They still going to be doing anything illegally.
Can I be a felon and invest in marijuana?
We don't know yet.
They don't know yet because they haven't still put until they put the real laws on this. That's one of the things that people waiting on, because they can free a person who was locked up for selling back in the day and say, now you're free. But that person who got locked up for it might say, okay, now I want to jump into that business legally. We got to hold. Just because we freed you, you still got to know your record. So you still got to get it exempt from your record and
expunged and
all that kind of stuff like that. Yeah,
So,
it's still shit too.
They're probably gonna have a program for people doing expungements. They said before the first real recreational shop probably comes out, it's probably gonna be like 2 years.
Because think about prohibition. You know what I mean? Think about prohibition happening. Man, shit, that flooded. The money tripled. Shit, that helped. Shit, that's what got the mob fucking started. Basically, prohibition. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's basically what got that shit started because you had payolas. Yeah, made it possible for things to get going because you had all kinds of laws was being broken.
So that's gonna help hurt the man on the street.
Not necessarily, because but the man on the street still want to get money though.
But it's gonna hurt him if I got this down the street, it's legal, and supposedly this is more potent, it's better.
But
you, you still want to have like
on the street don't mean he's not getting quality product.
It's loud.
That don't mean nothing though, because a person. I remember back in the day we used to go to Philly. Everybody used to take the rides to Philly, get the bundles and shit like that. You used to go to Allegheny and stuff like that, and that was. But who's to say that what Rome got down the street on Nottingham Way is better? My shit might be better than Allegheny. You just go to Allegheny because Bradshaw, this one, whoever told you they was hot. Nah, but I got that fire down the block for you. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You can come walk down the street and come get it from me. It's all word of mouth. Because if a person is selling that shit legally and getting it, it might be good, but who's to say his ain't good?
Nah, first people will say, yo, I got that medical is stronger. That's just like.
But that's name brand.
Niggas was saying medical 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's name brand. It don't mean nothing.
Niggas was saying that before it was legal 2 years ago. Yo, I got that medical.
Just
like I've definitely smoked some medical before it was legal.
When somebody say that, that's like, you know what I mean? People are like, oh, for real.
But it's different. It's all different. It's just like when you selling hardcore drugs. Like shit, I be watching TV. They put their name brand on something. You know what I'm saying? You ever watch The Wire? They put their name brand on. I got that Rashida Beto, or I got that TMZ or whatever the fuck.
Medical, yo, it turns heads though.
I mean, that's just all that means is it was tested in the lab.
I'm just saying.
But for all you get, but saying medical doesn't mean anything because the same weed that he got recorded could be medical.
And you don't have a lot of people who don't know a lot about the smoke though, because you look at his shirt, right? It's a lot of people that think it's cool and can say like, I can be like, yo, I got that strawberry, yada yada, and they don't know shit. It is that Reggie.
And speaking of which, it just reminded me, I got an app being developed right now.
I'm putting your brand.
I can't really say too much about it, but it's for people who don't know their weed. They'll be able to learn about it.
I see what you're saying. I wouldn't even put too much out there. I wouldn't even put too much with an idea like that. But I feel you, because it's a lot of people that it's like my man was saying. One of my favorite movies with Jennifer. It's a word of mouth town. Shit like that, man. A lot of stuff be word of mouth, man. Because a lot of people be like, yo, I got this, and this.
I mean,
and they heard about it.
Who said it was?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, you true. Indeed. That's it.
You get some influencers. They dictate what the market is.
Yeah, always, man.
Look, we got a comment. After arresting black men for years, now it's legal. I would never get the pleasure. I would never buy weed off principle.
You know, it's different people got different reasoning behind it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Because when you look at situations like that where people take the whole, I'm not going to do this because we're having back in the day, you might feel like that now, but when it comes down to when it's right in front of your face, your whole situation might change. It really might change for the better, because it's going to be different for people, man. It's going to be different because you got people who can't go down the street and get it. You know, they can't go to the neighborhoods and stuff like that.
A lot of people can't go to the dispensaries, so a lot of people are still getting theirs on the black market anyway. They don't have medical cards to go get it. And there's no way to get it recreational yet.
And it's going to take a lot.
It's technically legal.
Because I think once they do have the recreational...
They feel like, they've been dead wrong. So if I'm somebody who in jail right now, and now it's legal, how would you feel? You know what I mean? All right.
What are we going to do about changing my record? That's the only thing you can speak on.
That's the only thing you can speak on.
Right. If my wife is in jail right now,
I hope she get out. I heard they was letting people out who was in there for
I've heard
stuff like that.
I've heard they've been letting people out. Yeah, they haven't let people out.
I'm saying, how do you feel about that?
I mean, how can you broke the law when it was illegal? You got caught. This was the consequences. Now it's legal. You should be happy. You got a chance to get it taken off. Probably get your record expunged, and you just got to move on from there. I mean, it's really nothing. They not going to give you nothing for it. Like, when you did what you did, it was illegal.
So, hey.
I mean, how many people got arrested during Prohibition or killed, and when they made it legal again, and that was legal at the time. It was legal, then they made it illegal.
They made it illegal.
And then they made it legal again. So all the people who went to jail during that time,
I caught with a pound of weed.
You already over the limit.
You already over the limit. You already messed up.
All right. So
You messed up from the road.
All right, but I caught with the legal limit, right? Should it be expunged?
You mean you got caught with a pound then?
Yeah, like now. So my record should be expunged right now.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually stuff like that is going to get expunged.
They're still working all of that out, but the plan is to, anyone who had them type of charges, the plan is to be able to alleviate that situation by being able to expunge it and get it removed from your record. And if you're in jail for that right now, and that's just it, from what I heard, they letting people out, be happy to be home.
Exactly. But you had a lot of people who was going to other countries and stuff like that too doing it.
A lot though, man.
But it is what it is in that situation. You was breaking the law. Because like I said, you got a lot of people who was going to other countries bringing that shit over here. And that was another thing they was talking about, because you going to other countries and bringing it over here to the States, you was breaking all kinds of laws. Not just, it was more than just the weed. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just the weed.
Federal law.
It's federal law. Trafficking, and you could be in line with the people you was dealing with. You getting weed from them, but
they doing other things.
Once I fly for my weed, here he come up getting his cocaine. Then once he leave, you know what I'm saying, here you come back with your cocaine. So it was different stuff, you know. But I understand what you're saying. I feel like people who was doing it, nickel and diming people, yeah, there you go. People who was nickel and diming it.
I got my record. You know what I mean? I can't get this job.
Based on that, I understand. Absolutely, yeah.
Can that be waived?
But that goes in line too with the whole thing we was talking about as far as your job. Like, everything, imagine everything is legal, and you still go to a job and your job says, well, you still can't do it. You got to make a choice. Weed, my job. I think the job's always going to win. So, it's going to be a lot going into it, man.
I'm going to lie. Every job I've ever had, I've smoked.
The drug test.
And I've gotten drug tested, and I've passed every last one of them.
Now, but I'm just saying, if you got caught with, whatever the legal is.
And in New Jersey, your first charge, you get a CDS charge.
You can still get
as long as you don't get in no trouble, that gets removed off your record.
Because sometimes you get it depends.
I think after your probation, it don't even go on your joint. Your first offense in New Jersey, CDS charge, probation, as long as you get no trouble, it gets.
And that depends on
or what?
Yeah, but if you do it again,
it's going to be there.
Now it's there,
and especially if you do it again within the time limit of the probation, because I know some cops, it do depend on the cop you got too. Sometimes they might just toss your shit.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? They might just toss it. Because I've been OR before, you know, I've been locked up, put behind a car and all that, and once you get in there, they'll be looking at it like, look at the cop like, what the hell is this? Like, you know, I sit for like 2-3 hours and then, get the fuck out of here. You want a cheeseburger? And they like, oh, you they go the fuck home. You gotta walk home, though, shit. But it's all kinds of different shit, man. That's why I be looking at people. I feel like if you making a dominant, yeah, I understand. But if you was bringing them pounds in, you gotta wait a little while. You gotta wait a little while, for real. But it's crazy because I'm not gonna say the store, but it's stores that literally, like, if my job is to come to me and say, Jerome, we're gonna get a urine test, yada yada date, I can go to a store and get something for it. You know what I'm saying? That'll cover it, and it's right there. It's like, and then I'm talking about the store, a type of store that's everybody goes to, that I can walk up to the counter and say, hi, can I get said thing in the shit room here, and I walk out. So I mean, it's all kind of different stuff, man. And that's why I be looking at it like,
that's why I said
it's legal, but it's not.
That's why I want it to be an experience. Like, I don't want it to be just because you know you can go to the gas station, the corner store, and be like, oh, let me get this, or you can go sit down at Folk with a Child and present you something different.
Yeah.
Like, you can go get your steak over there at IHOP or Applebee's, or you can go to a steakhouse, or you can go to a hibachi.
I feel that exactly. Yeah.
Like, you want to be there. The music is good. Beautiful people in the room.
Yep. That ambiance.
Thing like that's what I want. The experience. You know what I mean?
I feel you because you got those restaurants that sell everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They sell everything instead of just one certain thing. So I feel you want to have all that.
Get a burger anywhere.
Yeah.
You go to McDonald's, Burger King, Five Guys. You can go to the corner store, wherever. But who makes the best burger?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I feel
that's
you,
the burger you want. You want that.
Yeah, you want that.
You know what I mean? I want them to take that ground beef. You know what I mean? I don't want that out the freezer. You took that patty off, broke it off, and threw it on. I want that hand molded burger.
Yeah,
I want that Angus that's been aged, like that Wagyu. Like,
yeah, I feel you, man.
You want the top of the line burger. Like, that's the experience.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I done learned a lot from this one, man.
Yo, you know what? This was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I learned a lot from this one, man. This is a good one right here. This is a good one. Learned a lot. Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Definitely.
I don't want to hold your family up, man. For real.
Oh, yeah, you know they over there like.
Yeah, it's getting a little late, man.
Patient, man.
Yeah, and like you said, she got them abs and she can run tracks, so I don't want no problems. Yeah, I don't want no problems at all, man.
I went to their crib. She don't play games.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember I was so scared to go in his crib, yo. This dude had.
Oh, when they had the dogs. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You were East used to have the spot, right? I remember that time, yeah.
Yo, I hate when somebody says, yo, come on, they say.
They just puppies, man.
They puppies, man. They delicate,
just
man.
Puppies. Like, to me, I seen them since they was this big in a basket. You know what I mean? I watched them grow up. So
I'm like in my house. I'm like this the whole time. I got the controller in my hand like this.
Nah, see, but then you thinking on it too much though. You know what I'm saying? That you know who you making uncomfortable? You know who you making uncomfortable? The dog.
Exactly.
You making the dog uncomfortable when you do that. Yes, you are.
But did you die?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you die?
But and another thing, if it would have went down in the crib, guess who would have had your back?
Who?
The dog.
How?
Because he was dead. Period. Dog wouldn't hurt you, man.
They was on everything moving.
Everything.
Dudes with muscles like this. Come on, man. I'm like this, yo. I had control of my hand like this. I'm like, yo, man, dog right here. Super.
He'll come put his head on your lap. Like,
I'll never forget that white and black pit, right?
That was King, man. No, the black and white one was Bo. The white one with the brown patch on the eye, that was King.
I'll never forget it. It was right there next to me.
Friendly though, right?
I had Remy. Matter of fact, I was fresh home from the military.
They was
I seen the pit.
They was friendly when they needed to be.
Yeah.
And they got busy when they needed to get busy.
Exactly.
Nah, they King ended up getting put down because he did his job and he ended up getting put down for it. And Bo, old age. Bo lived a long life.
How many years down for?
I had Bo since like 08, 09. He just passed last year. And then King got put down in like 2014.
Never turned on you.
Not on me. Not on me.
Anybody you know?
King was a good boy. Like I could walk him without the leash. Like I used to walk up and down Greenwood, everywhere out Bromley, no leash. Never had no problem with him. But he ended up. Basically, what happened was I was at somebody's house. I was on crutches at the time. I had just had knee surgery. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the yard with the dog, but we in the back. They had somebody working on the house, but they was in the house. The reason the dog was outside because there was people in the house doing work. So somebody let the guy come out by himself. The dog's in the yard. He see a stranger in the yard. He on it. What you doing? I'm on you. I'm on crutches. I'm trying to get over there. Yeah, he had my man foot. Like, but
Foot?
he had his foot. We ended up getting him off of him. But after that, he on you. Like, get him out the yard. Like, he on his heels. That was a black guy. But it wasn't like the dog wasn't really in the like he's not in the room. He's doing his job. Yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to. Y'all wasn't supposed to let him come out the house without telling somebody that somebody's coming out. Yeah. Cause it's not like y'all didn't know the dog was in the yard. Like the whole reason he was in the yard is because there was somebody in there. Nah, it was no lawsuit. Nothing came from it. It was people who I consider family, and we dealt with it internally. Like,
yeah, I feel you. But see, the next one you go in certain situations be like that though, man.
What, they put him down?
Yeah, because he bit a person. Yeah, he put down. That's the law.
In the state.
The law in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Dog bite somebody, you gotta get put down.
Got to.
Whether he right or wrong.
Unless the individual was breaking into your home,
Police make you put him down, or
they came. Animal control had to come get him, and they was like, "You can't." I was trying to get him back. They was like, "Nah."
How did you feel after that?
I was hurt. That's like my kid. Like this is before I had my first daughter. Like these was my kids. Like if you didn't see like how I'm with my kids, that's how I was with them. Everywhere I went, you saw them. Like how DMX loved dogs. Like, that's how I was on it. Like nigga, I sleep, he sleep next to me. Like
type shit like that.
These my niggas.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel good, man. Jersey got some crazy laws, though, man.
Yeah, that was definitely a hurt case.
Well, unless you they're breaking somebody like breaks into your house, that's different. But like you said, he was doing work, and the dog won't do what the dog do. Like you said, the dog was doing basically what he learned to do.
I'm scared of dogs, man.
That was his job. His job was to protect the house.
Yeah.
Like he knows this is my territory. Should nobody be back here?
Nah, I love dogs, man. Dogs is a beautiful thing, man. For real.
Nah, they was good. Like I got friends who had me like this before. Like them niggas done slept on the couch. Like Eve used to come sleep on the couch, and the dog would be sleep on the couch right there.
I had a dude like this with muscles. Like I was like this. Well, if somebody got you like this, you don't need to be in the crib.
Yeah. That means you don't need no animal. You don't need no animal. You go with the cat, though, man. You go with the cat. Oh, all right. So that's what I'm saying. You should be worried then.
No, that's free security, man.
Yeah, for real.
Free security. Because just like you, just same way you talking, when people looking to rob houses, they're looking for the easy house. They got dogs over there.
Everybody say they pit safe.
I mean, it all depends though, because you got some people. I understand though. You got some people that be
if they know how to train their dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Is your dog really trained, or you just saying that?
You saying that shit? Because I know some people that the dog don't even listen to nothing they say at all. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
it was good. Come here, sit.
Over there. But you see dudes like this. I'm sorry, man. I ain't saying, bro.
You good, man. You good, man. You good.
Even look.
See, we learning everything today, man. We learning about the business, and we learning about the dogs. You know what I mean? We learning everything.
You know what? I never forget. Remember back in the day? We was in high school when locked on me.
I forget the dog name.
Sally.
Yes, yeah.
Steve, like, yo, Sally. Yo.
See, but that means the dog was getting enticed though. You feel me? That dog locked on you, but he ain't locked on you for. Nah, hell no, that dog was good. He ain't never touched me. Never got me.
Jeans, yo, my jeans rip all the way up to here. Remember back in the day we used to cut our jeans at the end?
Yeah.
Yo, what happened was I cut my jeans at the bottom of my pants to go off my Timbs. Worst mistake in my life. Yeah.
He was on him. He was on him. Yeah, he was on him.
I had lugs jeans on.
I said, oh, don't say that again. Don't say that out loud.
He grabbed the lugs.
Nobody needs to know about that.
Nobody. That was
you had to tell nobody that.
Should have just said he had jeans on.
It was a rap, yo. When I say a rap.
See, all right, then, you know what? We're going to have, I know some dog experts, man, and we're going to have an episode coming up in the next few weeks, man. We're going to have a dog episode, because
you got to get that dog whisper.
You got to get that dog phobia out of you, man.
Get German Shepherd.
See, all right, then, so German Shepherd to me is worse. Them shits is worse. Them damn.
I'll probably be more scared of the German Shepherd.
Hell yeah, than a pit. A German Shepherd. Man,
I feel like they were bred
to not kill, like us. To not like, yeah, exactly, yeah. Because, what? How do you think they used to find us? When we used to.
She wanted German Shepherd.
My mom had one, and it was good dogs.
Shit.
You gotta have them dogs since they was puppies.
Exactly. You know, no. You gotta have the mom, okay, before you even have the puppy. The mom gotta know you. I'm tired. All right, listen. Once y'all get that, that's when we gonna start doing them zooms of the show. I ain't coming around this motherfucker here. I will, but I'm gonna have mine with me, because I'm a Frenchie or like a British, you know what I mean? Something like that. Them motherfuckers was, like he just said, was born and bred. When they was born, the picture, they be like, you see that? That's a nigga. Enemy. I'm telling you. Watch yourself.
I think a lot of pits get a bad rap just because it's a hood dog. Niggas have pits.
Nah, man. People get pits, get it because like DMX. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. People give them bad raps, but they good dogs, though, man.
You know what? Remember that conversation we had? Yo, when you heard about pits?
When did I first hear about pits?
DMX, right?
Nah. I mean, before that, but popular. He made it popular.
I mean, my family has always been dog people.
Before DMX?
Yeah. Definitely.
But see, we originally from New York, right?
Yeah.
See, okay, that's different. So
I see a pit. I never seen a pit bull in Trenton before DMX said it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, serious.
See, that's different though. See, he from New York, so that's the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like the pit is a culture where he from. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, that's a hood dog.
Yeah, that's a hood dog. Yeah, I've seen it before that. Yeah.
Shit, pit bull before DMX said it.
Yes. If you think about that, when did X come out? Like what?
That's like 98. 97?
Nah, so you was how old?
I don't remember.
16, 17. You never seen a pit before that when you was a kid?
Nope.
Nah.
Nah,
they been around. He made it popular though. But he made it popular.
I didn't get my first pit until I was grown though.
Yeah,
I can say that.
But that goes along.
People used to sell dogs like a couple $100.
Yeah, but see now look, I mean, shit, I've seen a pit in the Frenchies and all them shits be $10,000-$20,000.
Oh yeah, you get the right
that make the business. That's like he doing right there. Like he said, yeah, but that bloodline.
It's good. Like a good American bull, you gonna pay $2,500.
And strictly do it more than maybe.
King wasn't no pit. He was an American bulldog.
Yeah, because it's all different kind of breeds. See, all right, then we know we're going to do a dog whisperer here the next couple of episodes for this man right here. Because he need one, man. Because a pit bull is got a bad rap, man.
Some people don't even know the type. Because people be saying pit bull. Like my dogs, they was American bulldogs. They
wasn't pits, right? Because yours a little bit bigger anyway, right? Yeah. So we're gonna get a dog whisperer here, man.
You won't walk in his door.
I'm telling you, hey.
You been in the door before?
Nah, I've seen it on the porch and stuff like that.
You been on this couch before?
Nah, but I've been around dogs. I've been around dogs though. Alright, I've been around dogs, man.
I on this couch and playing video games.
Trust me, they good, man. Especially with kids.
Look, you made it the same. You see two dudes like this.
Just looking at you, right?
You ain't playing the game the same.
I'm telling you, man. Especially with kids, they real good with kids too, though. So
I mean, yo.
Alright, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna get you in here, man. But it was a good episode, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a good episode, man. For real. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the invitation.
Yeah, and we can get Reed, man, and whoever to come through here, we're gonna definitely bring you back. And once this law really gets settled, definitely.
Hey yo, Pluto, you going brazy?
Gotta watch my back, niggas start acting funny. Got me feeling like I'm baby, all this cash money. Niggas showed me they ain't really for me. They ain't really down to ride like a crash dummy. I be popping all these perkins, hoping it numb the pain. Don't try and judge me, stay in your lane, cause we bleed the same. Rico done died, and I swear it hurt, nothing won't ease the pain. They killed Lil Kyler, he was ballin', they took him out his game. Don't ever question my loyalty, can't know I'm going off. I died 10 times before I vote and go run my mouth. Niggas really my enemy, but they tryna be friendly. I'ma ride with this chopper, cause I can't go out too friendly. When it rain on you, nigga, it's gon' pour. And I know I got money, but my nigga, I want more. Remember I was bummy, I was sleeping on that floor. But now I'm getting money, I ain't worried about y'all. I sit back, start reminiscing about Kel's been that cell. They get choppy for the years, cause he was solid and ain't tell. Had to cut a few niggas, they ain't wanna see me prevail. Ain't no hard feelings for them niggas, I'm still wishing them well. Don't try to say you know me, you don't know me for real. Tryna be around cause you thought I had a deal. But I ain't signed no papers, I'm just getting to the paper. Tryna move about the state, middle finger to the haters. Stack that money right, I went and got the chain. This one was from Eddie, next one Johnny Dang. Acts around the street, they know I do my thing. Tryna move my mama, tryna move the gang.